Sir, you're counting the cards incorrectly. David froze. The voice had been so quiet that he almost didn't hear it. He turned slowly and saw a woman standing behind him. She wore a cleaning uniform and had her hair pulled back in a bun. She was a woman in her 30s. She held a cleaning cloth in her hand, but her eyes were focused on the cards on the table. David hadn't expected the sharpness and glimmer of intelligence in her eyes. What did you say? David asked in astonishment, with a hint of irritation in his voice. Hey, everyone, welcome. Today's story is about millionaire casino owner David Miller taking a math lesson from night shift cleaning lady Anna Thompson, which changes his life forever. There are dark secrets from MIT in Anna's past, a major conspiracy swirling around David, and millions of dollars missing from the casino. This is a story of one woman's quest for justice and two hearts finding each other. Can wealth, class differences, and family pressures stand in the way of love? A breathtaking story awaits you. Before we begin, dear viewers, please let us know in the comments where you're watching from. Don't forget to rate the story from 1 to 10 at the end. Your comments are valuable to me. If you have any story topics you'd like to see, please mention them in the comments. Now let's begin. Enjoy the story. At 1:47 a.m., the Golden Paradise Casino in Las Vegas was still alive. Neon lights danced over the slot machines while the sounds of cards being dealt at the blackjack tables and roulette balls rolling filled the night's silence. David Miller, the owner of the casino chain, was on his weekly night tour. Dressed in an Armani suit, Italian leather shoes, and a gold Rolex, he stood out from everyone around him. David had always been a controlled man. He calculated every move and didn't like taking risks. So his current situation, sitting at a blackjack table and losing consecutively, didn't fit his character at all. However, a strange restlessness had driven him there. 3 days of board meetings and negotiations for the new Atlantic City casino, coupled with his father Robert's constant pressure, had worn him down considerably. Hit, he said through gritted teeth without looking at his cards. The dealer gave him the card that caused him to go over 21. David had lost again. For the 5th time tonight. He rubbed his nose, feeling the throbbing in his head intensify. He didn't know whether it was from stress or fatigue, but his body was on the verge of surrendering. Bad luck, he muttered, watching the dealer collect the $5,000 in chips he had bet. Just as he was about to get up, a soft but clear voice came from behind him. Sir, you're counting the cards wrong. David froze. The voice had been so quiet that he almost didn't hear it. He turned slowly and saw a woman standing behind him. She wore a cleaning uniform and had her hair pulled back in a bun. She was a woman in her 30s. She held a cleaning cloth in her hand, but her eyes were focused on the cards on the table. There was a sharpness and a glimmer of intelligence in her eyes that David hadn't expected. What did you say? David asked in astonishment, his voice betraying a hint of irritation. The woman took a step back as if she hadn't realized what she had said. A look of regret appeared on her face. I'm sorry, sir. I spoke out of turn. I shouldn't have disturbed the customers. David stood up and looked at the woman more carefully. She wasn't an ordinary cleaning lady. There was something different about her posture and gaze. She seemed educated and intelligent, yet forced to do this job. No, explain what you meant, David said, his curiosity overriding his anger. How was I counting the cards wrong? The woman looked around. The other players and the dealer were looking at them. She knew these rules. The casino's eyes were everywhere. Sir, I just clean. I don't know anything about games. What's your name? David asked, lowering his voice. Anna, sir. Anna Thompson. Well, Anna Thompson, how do you know I was counting the cards wrong? A slight blush appeared on Anna's cheek. David could see that she was experiencing an internal conflict. It was as if she was torn between speaking and remaining silent. I just... Yes. David was getting impatient, yet he also felt enchanted. Anna looked around once more, then spoke with courage. Most card counting systems in blackjack use the high-low method. Cards from 2 to 6 are worth 1, 7, 8, and 9 are neutral, and 10s and aces are worth -1. According to the cards that have come out in the last 20 minutes, The true count of the deck is currently negative 3.2. This means the probability of high cards coming out is low. Yet you keep hitting and going over 21. Everyone in the casino had fallen silent. Even the dealer held the cards and looked at Anna. David's mouth had fallen open. This kind of mathematical analysis and knowledge of casino engineering wouldn't come from a cleaning lady. Did you study mathematics? David asked, unable to hide his astonishment. Anna suddenly seemed to realize what she had said and looked startled. A look of fear appeared on her face. I just saw these topics on TV. On documentary channels. Now, I need to return to my work. She tried to turn around and walk away, but David gently took her arm. Wait, I need to talk to you. Sir, I'm just a cleaning lady. I shouldn't disturb customers who are playing. I can't lose my job. Please. David noticed the desperation in Anna's voice. This woman had a story, a difficult one. You're not disturbing me. On the contrary, you made a very interesting analysis. Fear sparkled in Anna's eyes. Did I do something wrong? Will I lose my job? No, David said, his voice soft and unnoticed. There's no problem. I just want to talk to you. Anna hesitated, then nodded. Okay, sir. Come to my office tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. The penthouse floor, David said, collecting the chips from the table. Your knowledge of mathematics is impressive. 20 miles from Las Vegas, at a small apartment complex in Henderson, Anna Thompson inserted her key into the door. It was a small, two-bedroom apartment with old furniture and cracked walls. But it was clean, organized, and full of love. Mom! Anna called out, putting her bag on the couch. I'm here, honey, came the reply from the bedroom. Anna entered her mother's room. Sarah Thompson was 62 years old, but illness made her look older. Diabetes and heart problems had confined her to her home. She was sitting halfway up in bed, holding a flower-embroidered pillow. How was work today? Sarah asked, noticing the strange expression on her daughter's face. Anna sat on the edge of the bed. Something strange happened, Mom. I encountered the boss. The boss? Why? Anna hesitated. She had never fully told her mother about her time at MIT. She had only said, I quit the job. It was something about work. But he strangely noticed my mathematical knowledge. Sarah took her daughter's hand. Anna, you're very smart. I always tell you that. It's not fair that you're doing cleaning work with that big brain of yours. Maybe this could be an opportunity. Anna closed her eyes, remembering her days at MIT. Bright career dreams and research projects came to mind, as well as Dr. Richard Johnson's sabotage. How everything had collapsed. I don't know, Mom, she murmured. We'll talk tomorrow. Maybe he's just asking out of curiosity. Sarah stroked her daughter's hair. Whatever happens, I'm by your side. You'll get to where you deserve to be, I know it. After waiting for her mother to fall asleep, Anna sat at the kitchen table. David Miller's astonished look kept coming to mind. The man had clearly been impressed. But Anna was scared. Her talents had been noticed before, too, and ultimately, she had faced betrayal. Maybe this time will be different, she murmured in the darkness. She didn't yet know that meeting David Miller would change her life forever. Tomorrow's office meeting would mark the beginning of a much bigger story. David Miller's penthouse office was on the 42nd floor of a building in Las Vegas. From there, he could see the entire city sparkling beneath his feet. His power and wealth were reflected in the huge glass windows, mahogany desk, Italian leather chairs, and multi-million-dollar artwork on the walls. But despite all this luxury, David felt restless this morning. At exactly 10 a.m., there was a knock on the door. Come in. Anna Thompson entered. Instead of her cleaning uniform, she wore a simple gray blouse and black pant. Her hair was still up, but it looked more carefully arranged. David noticed the worried expression on her face and the slight trembling of her hands. Sit down, Anna, David said, indicating the chair across from his desk. Anna sat down with her back straight, clasping her hands in her lap. Her eyes quickly scanned the room. She was amazed by every detail of the wealth, but she tried not to show it. You can call me David, he said, trying to soften his voice. You gave a very impressive performance last night. Performance. Anna's voice trembled. I just spoke by mistake. David got up from his desk and went to the window. Anna, have you ever played blackjack? No, sir, David. I don't gamble. Then how do you know about card counting systems? And in such detail. Anna took a deep breath. I'm good with numbers. Things I see on TV stick in my mind. Documentaries, math programs. Which program explains blackjack true count calculations in such detail? A slight blush appeared on Anna's cheek. There was a program on the Discovery Channel. I watched it very carefully. David turned to her, his eyes focused on hers. Anna, I want to be honest with you. What you said last night went beyond ordinary curiosity. This level of mathematical knowledge. Hobby. Anna interrupted, her voice rising slightly. It's just a hobby. People grow flowers and I like solving math problems. Math problems. David's curiosity grew. Anna nodded. Yes, numbers, formulas, probability calculations. It relaxes the mind. David returned to his desk and looked at Anna more closely. So, what's your educational background? University. Anna's body language suddenly changed. She tensed and began to avoid his gaze. I'm a high school graduate. I couldn't afford to go to university. Financial situations. Just then, there was a knock on the door, and David's best friend and CFO, Michael Harris, entered. He was tall and dark-haired, always wore a suit, and had a trustworthy expression. David and Michael had met at MIT and had worked together for 15 years. David, I'm sorry, but... Michael paused when he saw Anna. I didn't know you had a meeting. No problem, Michael. This is Anna Thompson, our CFO. Michael, this is Anna Thompson, our CFO. Michael looked at Anna, and David noticed something strange. A momentary look of astonishment appeared on Michael's face as if he recognized Anna. But he immediately pulled himself together. Nice to meet you, Miss Thompson, Michael said, extending his hand. Anna shook his hand. Likewise, Mr. Harris. Michael's gaze lingered on Anna a bit too long. Which department do you work in? Cleaning, Anna replied quietly. Ah, Michael said with slight astonishment. I see. David had noticed the strange tension between them. Michael, Anna is very talented in mathematics. Last night, she explained card counting systems to me at blackjack. Michael's eyebrows rose. Really? Interesting. Where did you learn about that, Miss Thompson? Anna's voice became even tenser. Television, the internet. I'm interested in it as a hobby. Michael nodded, but his eyes remained on Anna. Very impressive. Have you ever considered getting an education in this field? I just do cleaning work, Mr. Harris. That's enough for me. David intervened. Anna's talents are remarkable. Maybe she could work as a consultant in our casino operations. Michael's expression changed. David, wouldn't it be better if we discussed this matter later? Anna stood up. I should go. I'll be late for work anyway. No, sit down, David said. I want to finish this conversation. When Anna sat back down, she thought about the days at MIT. She remembered that cold winter day in Cambridge and the conversation she had in Dr. Richard Johnson's office. Flashback, 3 years ago, MIT. Dr. Thompson, there are some inconsistencies in your research project, Dr. Johnson said, adjusting his glasses. What inconsistencies? All our data has been verified. Are you sure about that? Because the numbers I see here don't match the laboratory results. Anna was surprised. Impossible. I conducted those experiments personally. So how do you explain this discrepancy? Dr. Johnson extended the file on his desk to her. As she examined it, her heart began to race. The data had indeed been altered. Sir, this isn't what I wrote. Someone has changed these files. Dr. Thompson, this is a very serious accusation. But it's true. I would never write data like this. Dr. Johnson stood up. Unfortunately, this situation has to be reported to the university administration. Anna returned to the present and noticed that David and Michael were looking at her. Anna, are you all right? David asked. Yes, I'm just tired. Michael leaned forward. Ms. Thompson, have you ever heard of MIT? Anna's breath caught. MIT. Of course. It's a famous university. Have you ever been there? Why would I be there? I told you, I'm a high school graduate. Michael smiled, but his smile was cold. I was just curious. Your knowledge of mathematics is at the level of MIT. Anna jumped to her feet. I should go. I'm late anyway. David stood up too. Anna, wait. We need to finish this conversation. Another time, Anna said, heading for the door. Thank you, David. After Anna left, Michael turned to David. She's a very interesting woman. What do you mean? Nothing. She's just very knowledgeable for a cleaning lady. David had noticed Michael's tone. Have you seen her before? No, why? You seemed surprised when you first saw her. Michael laughed. You're imagining things, David. I was just surprised that someone working at the casino knows so much about mathematics. But doubts were beginning to form in David's mind. There was something strange about Anna's reaction to the MIT question and Michael's behavior. There was something here. He was determined to solve this mystery. The next night, as Anna worked her cleaning shift, she began to see every corner of the Golden Paradise Casino differently. After her conversation with David Miller, her analytical mind had practically awakened. The analytical thinking process she had tried to suppress for years was reactivated. As she wiped the blackjack tables, she observed the players' strategies and the dealers' distribution patterns. All the formulas she had learned at MIT came alive in her mind. 15 minutes later, she realized something was wrong. The dealer at table 7, Jim, was using a specific rhythm while dealing cards. It looked normal, but Anna's trained eye noticed something different. The frequency of card distribution and the players' win-loss ratios were off. There was a mathematically impossible pattern. Anna began making rapid calculations in her mind. Over the last 2 hours, the casino had earned $127,000 from Table 7. Under normal conditions, the casino should have earned around $89,000. The difference was too large. She looked at the other tables too. Table 3, Table 12, Table 18. All had the same anomaly. The casino was earning much more than usual, but no player noticed because their losses seemed normal. Anna's heart raced. This was a system. But who could she tell? The next morning, David was meeting with the financial director, Sandra Walsh, in his office. While reviewing the daily earnings reports, they heard Anna knock on the door. Come in, David said. Anna entered, holding a notebook. David, I need to speak with you urgently. Sandra frowned. Mr. Miller is in a meeting. You need to make an appointment. No problem, Sandra, David said. Anna, sit down. What happened? Anna looked at the pages in her notebook. There are things I noticed during the night shift. The casino's earnings are much higher than normal. Sandra laughed. Isn't that a good thing? No, Anna replied seriously. Too good. Mathematically, it's impossible. David leaned forward. What do you mean? Anna opened her notebook. I've been observing the blackjack tables for the last 3 nights. Tables 7 and 3 and 12 and 18 have abnormal winning rate. You're earning an extra $50,000 on average per day. How can this be? David asked. Anna began writing numbers on a piece of paper. In blackjack, the casino's house edge is 0.5%. This means the casino will earn an average of $5 on $1,000 bet. But at these tables, the house edge rises to 8.7%. Sandra looked at her skeptically. Maybe it's just been lucky days? The same luck for 3 nights in a row? Anna shook her head. Statistically, the probability of that happening is 0.00003%. In other words, it's practically impossible. David was impressed. So how is this happening? There are 2 possibilities. Either the dealers are cheating, or there's manipulation in your distribution system. Sandra stood up. This is a very serious accusation. Do you have proof? Anna hesitated. Only mathematical analysis. But if we do the calculations... David picked up the phone on his desk. Michael, could you come to my office? Anna has something important to show us. 10 minutes later, Michael Harris arrived at the office. Anna explained the numbers again. Michael listened carefully, but his expression became increasingly stern. Anna, Michael said, the casino has special software and professional teams for this kind of analysis. As a cleaning lady, your interference in these matters. But numbers don't lie, Anna countered. Michael turned to David. David, this woman knows too much about the casino's internal workings. This could be dangerous. How dangerous? Michael's voice was low but effective. What if she gives this information to the wrong people? To our competitors? Or to casino regulators? David looked at Anna. Anna, have you shared this information with anyone else? Of course not. There was hurt in her voice. I'm just trying to help you. Michael continued. David, what do we know about this woman's background? Where did she come from? Why does she know so much about mathematics? Maybe she's... Enough, Michael, David said sharply. Anna, could you double-check your calculations? Let's be sure. Anna nodded. Of course. I'll do a more detailed analysis tonight. After Michael and Anna left the room, David stood by the window. Michael's reaction had made him think. Why was his best friend being so suspicious of Anna? That evening, Anna came home tired after her mother had gone to the hospital for a checkup. Mrs. Sarah Thompson was sitting in her chair, watching television. How was the checkup, Mom? Anna asked. Good, honey. The doctor adjusted my medications. How are you? You look very stressed. Anna sat next to her mother. Things are changing at work. My boss noticed my knowledge of math. Sarah took her daughter's hand. That's a good thing, isn't it? Anna sighed. I don't know, Mom. My talents were noticed in the past too, and what happened? Anna hesitated. She had never fully told her mother the story about MIT. Sometimes people just don't like things that are different. Anna, Sarah said seriously, whatever you do, I'm behind you. But don't underestimate yourself. You're a very special person. Anna hugged her mother. If only she could tell the truth. She wanted to tell her about being expelled from MIT, her shattered dreams, and Dr. Johnson's sabotage. Mom, do you believe in second chances? Of course, honey. Life always offers new opportunities. The next morning, David called Anna to his office again. This time, they were alone. Anna, did you finish last night's analysis? Anna showed him the new calculations in her notebook. Yes, the problem is even bigger. Over the last week, the casino has been earning an extra $47,000 per day on average. Annually, that's an extra $17 million. David was astonished. This is incredible. But there's a problem, Anna hesitated. If these extra earnings are due to cheating, they could be exposed someday. The casino's license could be in jeopardy. David looked at Anna carefully. She not only knew mathematics, but also understood casino management. Anna, I want to make you an offer. What kind of offer? I want you to analyze our casino systems. As a part-time consultant. In exchange for additional payment, of course. Anna's heart raced. Are you serious? Absolutely. We shouldn't waste your talents. Anna smiled, feeling hopeful for the first time in a long while. I accept. David got up from his desk and extended his hand to her. Then, welcome to the team, Anna Thompson. As she shook his hand, she thought maybe her second chance had really come. But she didn't yet know that Michael Harris didn't have a pleasant place for her in his plans. David Miller sat in his office thinking about Anna Thompson's third day as a consultant. Her mathematical analyses were impressive, but Michael's warnings echoed in his ears. Could he really trust her? He decided to conduct a test. When he opened his door, he turned to his secretary, Lisa. Lisa, could you call Anna Thompson? 10 minutes later, Anna arrived, holding the analysis files David had given her the previous day. She looked more confident since starting her consulting position. Good morning, David. I've finished yesterday's reports. Excellent. Have a seat. David pulled a new file out from his desk. I want to give you a special project. Anna looked curiously at him. What kind of project? An analysis of our rival casinos' financial situations. This file contains last month's earnings figures for the Bellagio and Caesar's Palace. David handed the file to Anna. This is completely confidential information. My sources are very special. Anna took the file. How did you obtain this information? I have connections in the industry. The important thing is that you don't share this data with anyone. You will report only to me. Anna opened the file and began examining the figures. David watched her carefully. The figures in the file were fake, and he wanted to see her reaction. David, these figures. Anna stopped, frowning. Yes. They look very strange. Bellagio's slot machine earnings are listed as $89 million per month. But that's impossible. David leaned forward. Why is that impossible? Because, according to the official reports of the Nevada Gaming Commission, the Bellagio's total monthly earnings are around $67 million. They can't earn $89 million from slots alone. David pretended to be surprised. Are you sure? Absolutely. Also, Caesar's Palace's blackjack losses are illogical. They're showing a $15 million loss per month. No casino can lose that much on blackjack. Anna closed the file and looked at David. This information is fake. Either your source gave you the wrong information, or someone is deceiving you. David smiled. Or I'm testing you. Anna's expression changed. A test. Yes, these figures are completely made up. I wanted to see how honest and professional you are. Anna relaxed and laughed. Are you serious? You scared me. But what if you hadn't realized they were fake? What if you had accepted these figures and tried to analyze them? Anna became serious. Then I would have told you that the information was incorrect and asked you to find the correct data. I don't work with fake data. David stood up and went to the window. Anna, I'll ask you another question. If you had the opportunity to give this fake information to someone else in the industry, what would you do? Never. That's unethical. No matter what company I work for, protecting its interests is my duty. David turned around. What if this information were real, and you could give it to the FBI to investigate our competitors? Anna was shocked. David, I would never do such a thing. It's both unethical and illegal. David approached Anna. Good. Trust is everything in this business. You passed the test. Anna relaxed. Why did you conduct this test? Because I want to give you more responsibility. But first, I needed to know your character. David returned to his desk. Anna, your mathematical ability is extraordinary. Your speed in conducting these analyses and your ability to spot errors are impressive. Even our MIT graduate consultants aren't this fast. Anna's expression changed. MIT? Why do you keep mentioning MIT? I'm just using it as an example because it's the best math university. Anna lowered her head. David, I need to be more honest with you. David's heart raced. What do you mean? I used to study mathematics at the university level, but I didn't graduate. What happened? Anna hesitated. I had serious problems with my professor. I was falsely accused. My career ended. Which university? I don't want to say. I have very painful memories. David nodded, understanding. Okay. The past doesn't matter. You're doing great work here. That same evening, Michael Harris made a call from his office on a special phone line. Agent Davis? I'm calling from Las Vegas. There are suspicious activities at the Golden Paradise Casino. The female FBI agent on the other end sounded professional. What kind of suspicious activities? Financial irregularities. Abnormal profit rates have been detected. There's suspicion of money laundering. May I have your name? I want to remain anonymous. However, I recommend that you investigate the casino urgently. Where did you get this information? Someone from inside noticed. They're making an extra $50,000 per day. It's very suspicious. Thank you. I've taken notes. Michael hung up the phone and smiled. Anna Thompson was a dangerous opponent. It was time to remove her from the board. That evening, Anna was returning home happy when she found her mother on the kitchen floor. Sarah Thompson was unconscious and pale-faced. Mom! Mom! Anna knelt down and checked her pulse. It was very weak. She called 911. Ambulance, please. 1247 Oak Street. My mother has had a heart attack. While waiting for the ambulance, Anna held her mother's hand. You have to hold on, Mom. Please hold on. At the hospital, Dr. Martinez delivered the bad news. Ms. Thompson, your mother's heart has weakened considerably. She needs emergency bypass surgery. Is it dangerous? Without surgery, she has very little chance. But the surgery is risky too. Anna's eyes filled with tears. Let's do it. Whatever is necessary. What about the cost and your insurance situation? Anna shook her head. Minimal coverage. Most won't be covered. The surgery and hospital expenses will total around $47,000. Anna's world went dark. Even with her higher salary at her new job, where would she find that much money? When do I need to decide? Tomorrow morning at the latest. Your mother's condition is stable, but she can't wait. The next morning, David was drinking his coffee in the office when his phone rang. Mr. Miller? This is FBI agent Jennifer Davis. We're starting an investigation into your Golden Paradise casino. David set his coffee cup down hard on the desk. Regarding what matter? Allegations of financial irregularities. My team and I will come to the casino on Monday morning. Who made the allegations? I can't give you that information. Have a good day. When David hung up, Michael entered the office. David, is there a problem? You look very tense. The FBI is coming. They're conducting a financial investigation. Michael pretended to be surprised. How did they find out? Someone reported it. Inside information was given. David looked at Michael. Who else knows about Anna's anomaly analysis? Just the three of us. You, me, and Anna. David thought. He had tested Anna the day before, and she had proven herself honest. But how had the FBI found out so quickly? Michael, this is very suspicious. Who could have used Anna's information? Michael shrugged. David, I don't want to suspect this woman, but the timing is too coincidental. David stood by the window, remembering Anna's honesty during the test. She had seemed truly trustworthy. But the FBI's arrival was terrifying. Should David trust his friend of 15 years, Michael, or Anna, whom he's known for only a few weeks? What would you decide in this situation? Let's discuss it in the comments. On Monday morning at 9 a.m., FBI agent Jennifer Davis stepped through the main entrance of the Golden Paradise Casino. She was accompanied by 2 agents and a financial expert. The tall, sharp-eyed woman in a black suit exuded authority with every movement. David Miller's heart pounded as he met them in the lobby. This investigation could ruin the casino's reputation completely. Mr. Miller, this is FBI agent Jennifer Davis. I notified you in advance. Of course. Welcome. David extended his hand, but his voice came out shaky. This is Agent Park and Agent Wilson. Our financial expert is Ms. Rodriguez. We need access to the casino's financial records. David led them upstairs. There was silence in the elevator. Beads of sweat appeared on David's forehead. Agent Davis, what exactly are you investigating? Allegations of financial irregularities, abnormal profit rates, potential money laundering. David's stomach churned. Who could have given this information away? The anomalies Anna had discovered. In the office, Agent Davis sat at the table. Mr. Miller, we want to see your financial records for the last 3 months. Of course. But what's the basis for these allegations? We received an anonymous tip. Very specific information was provided. Even the daily excess profit amounts were specified. David's world spun. Only Anna, Michael, and he knew this information. David rushed to Anna's office. Her eyes were swollen from her mother's hospital situation, but she continued working. Anna, the FBI is here. They're conducting a financial investigation. Anna was shocked. The FBI? Why? They received a tip about abnormal profit rate. The information you discovered. Anna jumped up. David, I didn't share that information with anyone. I know, but someone gave it to the FBI. Only we knew about it. Anna thought. Michael knew too. David shook his head. Michael would never do it. He's been my friend for 15 years. So, did I do it? Did I report it? Anna's voice rose. No, I trust you. But the FBI is here right now, and I need your help. Anna took a deep breath. What do I need to do? We need to prove that the casino is clean. Can you show, through mathematical analysis, that the anomalies are within the normal operational framework? Anna nodded. Of course. But presenting in front of the FBI will be very stressful. You can do it. You discovered those anomalies. Now you'll help us solve them. 2 hours later, Anna stood before the FBI team with her report. Agent Davis looked at her suspiciously. Ms. Thompson, I hear you're the casino consultant. Yes, I perform mathematical analyses. And you discovered these anomalies too? Anna hesitated. Yes, but... Very coincidental. First, you discover the anomalies, and then the FBI receives a tip. David interrupted. Agent Davis, Anna wants to help with this investigation. Anna placed her reports on the table. Look, the anomalies I discovered are real. But these aren't criminal activities. Agent Davis frowned. Could you explain? The casino's profit rates are high. But the reason is the new slot machines and the improved card distribution system. Legal methods. Anna began writing numbers on the board. Look, the house edge is normally 2.1%. Ours is 2.8%. But this isn't manipulation. It's the result of a technological upgrade. Agent Davis listened with interest. Proof. Slot machine software reports and card distribution system logs. Everything was reported to the Nevada Gaming Commission. David looked at Anna admiringly. This woman was truly extraordinary. After a 2-hour examination, Agent Davis closed her notebook. For now, we don't see any clear irregularities, but the investigation will continue. After the FBI team left, David turned to Anna. You were wonderful. You saved us. Anna smiled sadly. I hope I really saved us. During the lunch break, Anna and David sat together in the cafeteria and drank coffee. Anna, have you been in stressful situations like this before? Anna set her cup on the table. David, I want to tell you the truth. What truth? Anna sighed. I studied at MIT. I was pursuing a doctorate in mathematics. David was shocked. MIT? Are you an MIT graduate? No, I couldn't graduate. Anna's eyes filled with tears. I experienced terrible things during my final year. What happened? My thesis advisor, Dr. Richard Johnson, sabotaged me. He stole my research data and accused me of plagiarism. David couldn't believe it. Why would he do such a thing? Because I'm a woman and I'm better than him. Gender discrimination is very common at MIT, especially in the mathematics department, Anna continued. Johnson wanted to publish my research under his own name. When I refused, he had me expelled from the university. My career ended. David touched Anna's hand. I'm so sorry. This is terrible. I've been doing cleaning work for 3 years. Until I met you. Anna smiled. Maybe this is my second chance. David looked at Anna with completely different eyes. She wasn't just a cleaning worker. She was a mathematics genius from MIT, a talented person whose life had been unjustly destroyed. That same evening, Michael Harris returned to the casino late at night. When the security cameras were inactive, he went down to the main safe. He had been planning this operation for months. Having worked with David for 15 years, he knew the safe code. He entered and took $500,000 in cash. The money was the perfect trap to divert the FBI's attention to Anna. He went to the staff lockers next to Anna's office. Her lockers weren't secure. They had simple locks. Michael hid the money behind one of the lockers. The next day, he planned to accuse Anna. When the FBI came again, the evidence would be ready. She might be an MIT genius, but she couldn't outsmart Michael. Michael smiled as he left the casino. Anna Thompson's days were numbered. On Tuesday morning, David was reviewing daily reports in his office when Security Chief Johnson knocked on the door. The expression on his face made David think bad news was coming. Mr. Miller, there's an urgent situation. We discovered a problem in Anna Thompson's locker. David's heart began to race. What kind of problem? A large sum of money was found in the staff locker. $500,000. David jumped up. What did you say? During a routine inspection this morning, we found hidden money packages behind Anna's locker. We called the FBI. David's world spun. Anna? Impossible. Are you sure? Absolutely. The serial numbers of the bills match those of the money missing from the casino safe. David immediately ran to Anna's office. She was working on her computer, trying to organize her mother's hospital bills. Anna, you have to come with me. Anna looked up. What happened? You're very tense. Money was found in your locker. A large amount of cash. Anna was shocked. What money? I didn't put any money in my locker. $500,000, Anna. It's money stolen from the casino safe. Anna jumped up. David, I never. This is impossible. I didn't even see that money. Anna, please stay calm. We'll solve this. In the security room, Anna nearly fainted when she saw the contents of the locker. Money packages were hidden behind the locker. This isn't mine. Anna's voice cracked. I've never seen this money. Michael Harris came into the room with a worried expression on his face. David, this is serious. We should call the FBI. Anna looked at Michael. Mr. Harris, I swear I didn't steal this money. Michael shook his head. Anna, no one is accusing you. But how did this money get there? David was in a dilemma. After learning about Anna's time at MIT, he had started to trust her. But the evidence was clear. Anna, do you have any idea how this money got in your locker? Anna thought. My locker is never locked. Anyone could open it. Someone might have put it there to frame me. Michael intervened. David, who has access to Anna's locker? This is very sensitive. Security Chief Johnson checked the records. In the last 48 hours, 23 people entered the locker area. The cleaning crew, security, and management staff. Anna became hopeful. See? Someone could have put it there secretly. David looked at Anna. Anna, be honest. Do you have financial problems? Anna lowered her head. My mother's operation costs $47,000. But I would never steal, David. Michael whispered in David's ear. David, people under financial pressure sometimes. No, Michael. Anna isn't that kind of person. 2 hours later, FBI agent Davis returned to the casino. This time, she came to make an arrest. Ms. Thompson, you're under arrest for stealing money from the casino. For stealing money from the casino. Anna's eyes filled with tears. Agent Davis, I'm innocent. This is a trap. David intervened. This situation is suspicious, Agent Davis. Anna didn't steal this money. Mr. Miller, the evidence is clear. The money was found in her locker. Anna made one last effort. Agent Davis, may I present mathematical evidence? Agent Davis stopped. What kind of mathematical evidence? Anna turned to the board. I've been the casino's consultant for 3 days. My daily salary is $350. There's no logical reason to steal this money. Your mother's operation? Agent Davis asked. I need $47,000. But I wouldn't steal $500,000 and only use $47,000. That's not logical, Anna continued. Also, the money was hidden behind my locker. If I had stolen it, why would I hide it in the easiest place to find? Agent Davis thought. Maybe you panicked. No, look. I have a doctorate in mathematics from MIT. I wouldn't make such a stupid plan. Davis admired Anna's defense. It was logical and convincing. After Anna was taken into custody, Michael was left alone with David. David, I'm sorry, but the situation is very clear. Michael, I trust Anna. She didn't do this. David, there's evidence. The money was in her locker. Someone put it there. Anna's right. This is a trap. Michael shrugged. Who would do such a thing? David thought. Who would want to get rid of Anna? David, you're becoming paranoid. Anna was having financial difficulties and found an opportunity to steal. David was disturbed by Michael's cold attitude. Michael, why are you so hostile toward Anna? I'm not hostile. I'm just being realistic. That evening, David was home thinking about Anna's situation when his phone rang. David? This is Dr. Richard Johnson. I'm calling from Boston. David was surprised by the unfamiliar name. Yes. I want to talk about your employee, Anna Thompson. I'm coming to Vegas tomorrow. How do you know Anna? She was my student at MIT. She's also very dangerous. David became suspicious. What do you mean? I'll explain tomorrow. But be careful, that woman can turn everything upside down. The next day, the media story exploded. The Las Vegas Sun's headline was terrible. MIT fraudster caught at casino. Former MIT student Anna Thompson was arrested for stealing $500,000 from the Golden Paradise Casino. It was also revealed that Thompson had a history of academic misconduct at MIT. David's anger grew as he read the article. Who gave these stories to the media? Michael entered the office. David, did you see the news? Yes, who gave this information to the media? I don't know. But maybe it's good for the casino's reputation. It shows everyone that we're clean. David looked at Michael strangely. Anna's reputation is ruined. This isn't good. David, face reality. Anna deceived you. In the afternoon, Dr. Richard Johnson came to the casino. He was a short, bespectacled academic with graying hair. After meeting privately with Michael, Dr. Johnson came to see David. Mr. Miller, I expelled Anna Thompson from MIT. Why? She manipulated research data. She's very talented, but not ethical. David became suspicious. Anna told a different story. Dr. Johnson laughed. Of course. Anna always portrays herself as a victim. But the truth is, she's very dangerous. Michael added. David, you need to see the truth now. David stood between the two of them, remembering Anna's innocent eyes. That evening, David held a press conference. Media and investors gathered in the casino lobby. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to make a statement about the Anna Thompson incident. Journalists prepared their pens and cameras. David approached the microphone. As Golden Paradise, we support Anna Thompson. She is innocent, and this is a trap. Michael was shocked. David, what are you doing? Anna Thompson is a talented and honest employee of ours. These accusations are baseless. A journalist asked, what about her past at MIT? Anna was wronged at MIT. We're giving her a second chance. Despite the media, David had decided to defend Anna. He truly trusted her. The day after David's press conference, chaos erupted in the lobby of the Golden Paradise Casino. Journalists, cameras, and the curious public had gathered. David's defense of Anna Thompson was the talk of Las Vegas. David sat in his office and watched his phone ring constantly. Every call was bad news. Michael Harris entered the office with a tense look on his face. David, the investors are furious. Peterson Group wants a meeting. What do they want? They want you to fire Anna Thompson. Last night, 3 major investors threatened to withdraw their investments. David shook his head. I won't back down from my decision. Anna is innocent. Michael sat at the table. David, you need to be pragmatic. The casino's reputation is at risk. Just then, the phone rang. When David answered, he heard his father's voice. David, what do you think you're doing? Dad, hello. Hello, nothing. The whole media is talking about you. You defended a criminal. David's stomach churned. Anna isn't a criminal, Dad. Not a criminal? I read your interview in the Las Vegas Review-Journal. You must have lost your mind. Dad, this is a complex situation. Complex nothing. Your mother and I are coming to Vegas tomorrow. We're going to handle this situation. The line went dead. David's hand was trembling. His family was coming, and that wasn't good at all. At the prison visit, Anna sat across from the metal table waiting for David. She had been in custody for 2 days. Her face looked pale. David, thank you for coming. Of course I'd come. How are you? Anna tried to smile. I'm holding on. But I'm very worried about my mother. She needs to have her operation this week. Anna, don't worry about that. I covered the hospital expenses. Anna was shocked. What? Why? Because you're innocent, and I believe it. Anna's eyes filled with tears. David, you didn't have to do this. $47,000 is a lot of money. You're very valuable to me, Anna. Both as an employee and as. David paused. And as what? Anna asked. As a person. You're someone special. Anna looked at David differently. David, I don't understand why you're putting yourself at such risk. Your job is in danger because you defended me. David leaned forward. Anna, I've always chosen the safe option my whole life. My father raised me that way. Never take risk. Always be perfect. Never make mistakes. What kind of pressure was that? David closed his eyes. Being Robert Miller's son isn't easy. He's old-style rich. He expects everything to be perfect. Since childhood, I've grown up with the idea that failure is not acceptable. Anna could feel David's pain. That must have been very difficult. I was at boarding school from age 12. When I came home for holidays, my father would examine my report card. Even a B+ was not good enough. I always had to do better. Anna touched David's hand. David, you're an adult now. You can make your own decisions. I know, but after meeting you for the first time, Anna, I wanted to be brave. For the first time, I wanted to do what was right in my heart. Anna's heart raced. David. Anna, I fell in love with you. There was silence. Anna could see the sincerity in David's eyes. David, I'm in prison. I'm seen as guilty. I could hurt you. I don't care. You're innocent and I love you. Anna's eyes filled with tears. I love you too, David. But what? This is very complex. You're a millionaire casino owner. Who am I? David put his hand on Anna's. You're Anna Thompson, you're an MIT genius and the smartest woman I've met. You're everything to me. That same evening, Michael Harris was working in the casino's main safe. The plan was going perfectly, but Anna's influence on David was stronger than expected. A more dramatic move was needed. He planned to steal $5 million. The money wouldn't be attributed to Anna but to David directly. Then, they would both be destroyed. Michael knew the safe codes. After 15 years of partnership, he had access to everything. He planned to make the cash transfer late at night. His phone rang. It was Dr. Johnson. Michael, how is the plan going? Perfect. Anna is in prison and David is defending her. His family is coming tomorrow, and they're very angry. Good. But does David still believe in Anna? Yes, and apparently, he's fallen in love. Dr. Johnson laughed. Then we need to speed up the plan. Anna is dangerous. She can manipulate David completely. Don't worry. Tonight, I'm stealing $5 million. Then everything will fall on David. Perfect. My revenge on MIT will finally be complete. On Thursday morning, Margaret and Robert Miller landed in Las Vegas on their private jet. Margaret, 58, was an elegant but cold woman. Robert, 63, was authoritarian and controlling. David met them at the airport. There was silence in the car. David, Robert said in a cold voice, how are we going to get out of this mess? Dad, there's no shame. I'm doing what's right. Margaret intervened. David, that woman has bewitched you. You've lost your mind. Mom, you don't know Anna. She's a good person. Good person. Robert's voice rose. She stole $500,000. She didn't steal that money. Someone set a trap for her. Margaret looked at Robert. David, this woman committed fraud at MIT too. There's a pattern. She was wronged at MIT. When they arrived at the hotel, Robert confronted David. David, you're going to resolve this situation. We're having an emergency family meeting tomorrow. The entire board of directors will be there. David's stomach churned. A family meeting meant it was Robert's final ultimatum. That evening, David sat alone in his penthouse thinking about Anna. His conversation with her in prison had changed his life. For the first time, he wanted to fight for someone. On Friday morning, David Miller went to court with the casino's financial manager for the bail hearing. Paying the $750,000 bail wasn't easy, but keeping Anna in prison was unacceptable. Mr. Miller, bail has been approved. Ms. Thompson will be released within an hour, the lawyer said. David was relieved. Anna was now free, at least until the case concluded. When she emerged from the prison gates, he was waiting for her. 3 days in custody had worn her down, but the light of hope still shone in her eyes. David, I don't know how to thank you. I did what was right. You're innocent, Anna. Anna looked worried as she sat in the car. David, is your family angry with you because of me? David hesitated. The situation is a bit complicated. But don't worry, we'll sort everything out. Meanwhile, in the VIP meeting room at the Bellagio Hotel, Margaret and Robert Miller were waiting for their son. The casino's board members were with them as well. Robert Miller sat at the head of the table, looking sternly at the door. When David entered, the atmosphere in the room became icy. 8 pairs of eyes scrutinized him with judgment. David, sit down, Robert said in a cold voice. Margaret looked at her son. David, you're risking your career for this woman. This isn't logical. Mother, Anna is innocent. I insist on this. Board member Peterson spoke up. David, investors are worried. The casino's reputation is being damaged. The reputation may be shaken temporarily, but I cannot compromise on justice. Robert slammed his fist on the table. Justice? That woman stole $500,000. Father, Anna didn't steal that money. Someone set her up. Margaret stood up. David, can't you see how that woman is manipulating you? She did the same thing at MIT. She was wronged at MIT. Robert's face turned red. David, you're going to lose our entire empire because of her. Empire? David stood up too. This is my life, Father. I'm 37 years old, and I can make my own decisions. That evening, David took Anna to a private restaurant owned by the Millers. She was nervous about meeting his family. David, I'm not sure I'm ready to meet your family. Anna, you're wonderful. Once they get to know you, they'll change their minds. When they entered the private section of the restaurant, Margaret and Robert Miller were seated at the table. Margaret wore an elegant Chanel dress, and her jewelry sparkled brilliantly. Robert exuded authority in his dark suit. Mother, Father, I'd like to introduce you to Anna Thompson. Anna approached nervously. Mr. and Mrs. Miller, I'm pleased to meet you. Margaret looked Anna up and down. Her simple dress, minimal jewelry, and natural makeup seemed inadequate to Margaret. Ms. Thompson, Margaret said coldly. You look very modest. Anna understood the implication. Yes, I prefer to keep things simple. Robert intervened. Well, can we get some information about your family? What does your father do? Anna's expression changed. My father passed away. My mother is retired and ill. I see, Margaret said mockingly. So, before you met David, what was your financial situation? David tried to intervene. Mother. I directed my question to Miss Thompson, Anna replied with dignity. We were going through difficult times, but I never earned dirty money. Robert laughed. Dirty money? Isn't stealing $500,000 considered dirty? I didn't steal that money, Mr. Miller. Margaret sipped her wine and looked at Anna. Of course you'd say that. But the truth is, you're from the lower class, and you approached my son for money. Anna stood up. I'm sorry, but this is insulting. Insulting? Robert stood up too. What's insulting is what's being done to our family. You're manipulating David. David was very tense. Father, enough. You can't talk to Anna like this. Margaret turned to her son. David, this woman is controlling you blindly. It's very clear. Anna closed her eyes and took a deep breath. Mr. and Mrs. Miller, I love David. But not at any price. You've humiliated me greatly tonight. She took her purse and moved away from the table. David ran after her. Anna, wait. Outside the restaurant, Anna stopped and looked at David. David, this won't work. Your family will never accept me. Anna, don't worry about them. They don't know you. David, just look at what they said. Lower class, approached for money. This is very hurtful. David took Anna's hands. Anna, I love you. Whatever my family says. Anna's eyes filled with tears. David, I don't want to ruin your life. Maybe it would be better if I stepped back. No. David's voice was determined. Anna, you're the most beautiful thing in my life. I won't accept losing you. At the restaurant, Margaret and Robert were furious. "This woman is dangerous," Margaret said. "She's completely influenced David." "We need to do something," Robert said. "She will destroy our family." Michael Harris arrived at the restaurant at that moment. "Mr. and Mrs. Miller, I was looking for David." "Michael, you've come at a very good time," Robert said. "We need to talk about this Anna Thompson matter." Michael sat down. "I'm worried too. I don't think David can see the situation objectively." Margaret turned to Michael. "You're his closest friend. Can you influence him?" "I'm trying, but Anna has a very strong influence on David." Robert fell into thought. "Maybe we need to look for other solutions." The next morning, when David arrived at the office, Security Chief Johnson was waiting for him. His face was serious. "Mr. Miller, I have very bad news." David's heart started racing. "What happened?" $5 million is missing from the main safe. We noticed it during this morning's inventory. David collapsed into his chair. $5 million? Yes, and the timing is terrible. It's one day after Anna Thompson was released. David's world spun. "Anna was with me last night. This is impossible." Michael entered the office. "David, I heard the bad news. This is serious." "Michael, Anna didn't do this." David faced the facts. Anna was released, and then $5 million disappeared the next day. "This can't be a coincidence." Security guard Johnson added, "Mr. Miller, we should call the FBI. This is a federal crime." David put his head in his hands. They would accuse Anna again. This time it was $5 million. He would lose his career, his family, and everything. Margaret Miller said to Anna, "You're from the lower class. You approached my son for money. Do you think she's right? In real life, should wealthy families protect their children from people of different social classes? Or is that class discrimination? Let's discuss it in the comment. Who's right? Family or Anna?" David Miller was sitting in his office, still reeling from the $5 million theft, when Michael Harris entered. He had a serious expression on his face. "David, you need to evaluate this situation objectively," Michael said as he sat across from the desk. "What do you mean?" Michael opened his file. "Look at this chronology. First, Anna was arrested for stealing $500,000. You got her out on bail. The next day, $5 million went missing." David shook his head. "This could be a coincidence." "David, open your eyes. This woman is a thief. She stole $500,000 the first time to test the system. Now she's hit the jackpot." "Michael, Anna was with me last night." "Until what time?" "The casino is open 24 hours. She knows the access codes to the safe system." David hesitated. He had dropped her off at her house at 11. The safe was accessed between 2 and 4 a.m. Michael continued. "David, this woman did the same thing at MIT. She stole research funds. There's a pattern." "No, she was wronged at MIT." "David, we've been friends for 15 years. Have I ever misled you? This woman is dangerous." David looked into Michael's eyes. He really seemed worried. In the afternoon, Dr. Richard Johnson came to the casino. His MIT credentials and academic position made him appear trustworthy. "Mr. Miller, I came from Boston to talk about Anna Thompson." David, Michael, and Dr. Johnson met in the conference room. "Dr. Johnson, could you explain Anna's situation at MIT?" Dr. Johnson adjusted his glasses. "Anna was very talented, but she had ethical problems. She misused research grant money." "What kind of irregularities?" "Fake invoices and using the research budget for personal expenses. $150,000 was lost." David was shocked. "Then why wasn't she fired?" "The evidence was insufficient. But we knew. Then she left on her own, probably before a bigger scandal could break out," Michael added. "David, look how clear the pattern is. First it was $150,000 at MIT, then $500,000 here, and now $5 million. The amounts are increasing." Dr. Johnson nodded. "Anna uses mathematics for manipulation. Very smart, but immoral." David was confused. This man was an MIT professor. Why would he lie? When Anna arrived at the casino that afternoon, she sensed that the atmosphere had changed. The security guards were looking at her strangely. As she entered her office, she called David. "David, could you come? Something's wrong." When he arrived, his face was grim. "Anna, we need to talk." "What happened?" $5 million is missing. From the main safe. Anna was shocked. "What? When?" "Last night, between 2 and 4 a.m. Where were you at that time?" She noticed David's tone. "David, are you looking at me suspiciously?" "I'm just asking." "I was at home. With my mother." "You dropped me off at home at 11. David shook his head. "Anna, this is very bad timing." Anna jumped up. "David, I didn't steal that money. I swear it. Dr. Johnson told me a different story about your MIT history." Anna's face changed. "Johnson came? What is that man doing here?" "Anna, did you steal research funds at MIT?" Anna's eyes filled with tears. "David, Johnson is lying. He stole my research." "Anna, this is complicated. I don't know what to believe anymore." Anna rushed to her computer. "David, trust me. I can prove it." She opened the mathematics program. "I'm analyzing the access logs of the safe system. Look." Numbers and codes appeared on the screen. "David, the access code pattern of the person who entered the safe is the same as Michael's usual access pattern." David looked, but the numbers were too complex. "What does this mean?" "Michael's fingerprints. He used the safe system." Just then, Michael entered the room. "David, the FBI is coming to arrest Anna." "They're here to arrest Anna." Anna looked at Michael. "You stole that money." Michael laughed. "Desperation is an ugly thing, Anna." Anna showed him the computer screen. "David, look at those codes." Michael opened the safe. Michael looked at the screen. "This is my authorized routine access. I perform daily checks." "No, the pattern is different. You made a withdrawal." David was stressed out, caught between them. His friend of 15 years, Michael, versus Anna, whom he had known for only a few weeks. Michael turned to David. "David, this woman is very manipulative. She's deceiving you with math equations." "No," Anna pleaded. "David, please trust me." Siren sounds rose from in front of the casino. The FBI had arrived. Agent Davis arrived with 3 other agents. "We're looking for Anna Thompson," he said. Michael pointed. "Agent Davis, there she is." Anna was panicking. "Agent Davis, I'm innocent. Michael stole that money." Agent Davis took out his handcuff. "Anna Thompson, you're under arrest for a $5 million federal crime." Anna looked at David. "David, do you trust me?" David's heart was torn in two. 15 years of friendship with Michael, his love for Anna. Agent Davis approached Anna. Anna made one last move. "David, if you trust me, decide right now." He put his hand on her shoulder. "Let's go." David suddenly stood up. "Wait." Everyone stopped. He looked into Anna's eyes. He saw sincerity and fear in them, but no guilt. "Agent Davis, Anna is innocent. I trust her." Michael was shocked. "David, what are you doing?" David turned to Anna. "Anna, get out of here. Now." Anna hesitated. "David." "I'll stop the FBI." Anna ran toward the emergency exit. Agent Davis ran after her, but David blocked his way. "Mr. Miller, obstructing a federal investigation is a crime." "Agent Davis, I have evidence to present to you." "Anna is innocent." As Anna escaped through the casino's back exit, she thought about how David had risked everything for her. This man really loved her. While the FBI chased Anna, David Miller stood in front of Agent Davis and was arrested for obstructing a federal investigation. The handcuffs felt cold on his wrists. "Mr. Miller, obstructing a federal investigation is a very serious crime," said Agent Davis. "Agent Davis, Anna is innocent. I will prove it." "Then you'll prove it in court." David was held for 6 hours. His lawyer posted $100,000 bail and got him out. When he returned to the casino, Michael was waiting for him. "David, you've gone crazy. What does obstructing the FBI mean?" "Michael, Anna is innocent. You know it too." Michael shook his head. David, this woman has hypnotized you completely. You've lost your connection to reality. David saw a strange sparkle in Michael's eyes. The sparkle of victory. That night, David sent Anna a message. Red Rock Canyon at 11 p.m. Eagle Point parking. When Anna received the message, her heart pounded. The FBI was searching everywhere, but she trusted David. At 11 p.m., David was waiting for her at Eagle Point. She emerged from the darkness and ran to him. David, how did you escape the FBI? I got out on bail. I need to get you somewhere safe. He took her to his small cabin, hidden in the desert 40 miles from Las Vegas. It was a hunting lodge that his father had bought years ago. The cabin was simple yet comfortable. While David lit a fire, Anna admired the desert view from the window. David, you risked everything for me. You obstructed the FBI and fought with your family. David turned to Anna. Anna, you're worth more than anything to me. Anna's eyes filled with tears. But I've only brought you problems. David approached her. Anna, you give meaning to my life. Before I met you, I was just going through the motions. Anna took David's hand. David, I love you too. But this situation is very complicated. My feelings are real, though, and they're not going away. Anna saw the sincerity in David's eyes. He had risked everything for her. David, what if I'm really guilty? What if you've trusted the wrong person? David took Anna's face in his hands. Anna, when I look at you, I don't see guilt. I only see fear and innocence. Anna approached David's face. David. David slowly moved toward her lips. She didn't resist. Their first kiss started softly and tentatively. Then it became passionate and desperate. Two people fighting against the whole world had found each other. When the kiss ended, Anna leaned against David's chest. David, is this real? Or are we only feeling this way because we're in a crisis? David stroked Anna's hair. Anna, I've never felt like this in my life. This is real. That same night in Las Vegas, Michael Harris sat in the casino's main office implementing his plans. With David absent, Michael had operational control of the casino. He called Security Chief Johnson. Johnson, bring me all the documents that require David's signature. Mr. Harris, these require Mr. Miller's approval. David is currently busy with legal problems. I'll sign as acting CEO. Michael began systematically transferring David's powers to himself. At the Miller mansion, Margaret and Robert were discussing their son's situation. Robert, David has completely gone out of control, Margaret said, sipping the brandy in her hand. That woman has bewitched David. He's even obstructing the FBI. Margaret stood up. Did you see what happened because of his relationship with that girl? First the media scandal, then the FBI investigation, and now he's accused of a federal crime. Robert looked sternly at her. This Anna Thompson will destroy David. Our family name too. What will we do? We may need to activate the share transfer in David's casino. We can give control to Michael. Margaret was surprised. Are you going to completely disinherit David? If he continues on this foolish path, we won't have another choice. In the cabin, David and Anna sat by the fireplace, holding each other. David, what does your family think right now? David sighed. They're disappointed. But I'm an adult. I can make my own decisions. Anna looked at David. David, what will happen to the casino? You're under FBI investigation. I'm a fugitive. Anna, don't worry. I'll handle everything. Anna stood up and started pacing. David, can't you see what's happening? What do you mean? Michael's behavior. He's constantly accusing me and trying to separate you from me. David hesitated. Michael is my best friend. For 15 years. David. Anna raised her voice. Michael is betraying you. Open your eyes. Anna, this is paranoia. Michael is trying to protect me. Anna knelt in front of David. David, please listen to me. I checked Michael's access patterns to the safe again. He stole that money. Anna, you're stressed. No, David. I'm a mathematical genius. Numbers don't lie. Michael is manipulating you. David could see how desperate Anna was. This woman was very confident. Anna, if Michael is guilty, Why would he leave such obvious patterns? Anna stopped. David was right. Michael was very smart. Why would he leave traces? David, maybe he left them on purpose. Maybe he designed it to frame me. David thought. Was this possible? Could he destroy a 15-year friendship for no reason? Anna took David's hands. David, promise me something. Watch Michael very closely. If I'm right, if he's really a traitor. David saw the sincerity in Anna's eyes. Okay, Anna. I'll watch Michael. But you promise me you'll stay safe. Anna nodded. But her intuition was bothering her. What would Michael's next move be? David Miller obstructed the FBI for Anna, lost his family, and risked his career. Do you think true love requires such great sacrifices? Would you take such risks for someone you love? Share your thoughts in the comments. The next morning in Las Vegas, Michael Harris was having a phone conversation with Dr. Johnson in his office. There was a tone of triumph in his voice. Richard, the plan is working perfectly. David is under FBI investigation and Anna is on the run. Excellent, Michael. Her career is completely finished. I've settled all my scores at MIT. Yes, but David still trusts Anna. This could create problems. Dr. Johnson laughed. David Miller is a lovesick fool. He doesn't even realize that Anna is playing him. Michael looked at the casino documents on his desk. Richard, casino control is almost in my hands. I've taken away David's authority one by one. Perfect. The opportunity you've been waiting 15 years for has finally come. The David Miller family supports me. Margaret and Robert believe that I will keep the casino safe. Dr. Johnson was pleased. Michael, we've won. Anna Thompson is now history. In the desert cabin, Anna sat at her computer, calling friends from her MIT days. David watched Anna's tense face as he prepared coffee. Anna, what are you doing? I'm contacting old friends from MIT. I'm gathering information about Michael and Dr. Johnson. David approached. Will they help you? Anna nodded. Sarah Chen is my closest friend. She still works at MIT. She knows Dr. Johnson's dirty secrets. Anna started a video call on her laptop. A young Asian woman appeared on the screen. Anna, I missed you so much. I heard the news. I'm so sorry. Sarah, I need your help. Dr. Johnson is in Las Vegas. He's sabotaging me again. Sarah frowned. Johnson? Is he still doing those dirty deeds? Sarah, tell me everything you know about him. Sarah looked around, then lowered her voice. Anna, Johnson is up to no good at MIT. He steals young students' research and publishes it under his own name. Anna got excited. Is there evidence? There is. I've collected secret files. Johnson has stolen the work of 3 different students. David interjected. Can we use this information? Sarah nodded. Anna, I'll send you everything. There's enough evidence to destroy Johnson. Anna prepared a technology plan to monitor Michael's activities at night. Her cybersecurity training from MIT would come in handy. David, I need to track Michael's phone and computer activities. Is this legal? No, but we have no other choice. He's one step ahead of us because he knows our every move. Anna opened a special program on her laptop. This software will record all of Michael's activities in the casino system. David was amazed. How do you manage this? I also studied cybersecurity at MIT. When mathematics and technology combine, they become powerful weapons. Anna gained remote access to Michael's office computer. Michael's emails appeared on the screen. David, look at this. The email exchanges between Michael and Dr. Johnson were visible. They included plan details, strategies to trap Anna, and casino takeover plans. David's face turned pale as he read them. Is this real? Did Michael really? Anna put her hand on David's shoulder. David, I'm sorry. I know this is painful. David put his head in his hands. 15 years of friendship. Was it all a lie? Anna hugged him. David, some people wear masks. You're a good person. You couldn't see his evil. David cried in Anna's arms. Anna, I looked at you with suspicion. I questioned you. I'm so sorry. David, it's normal. Michael is very manipulative. He planned everything to deceive you. Anna lifted David's face. David, now we know the truth. It's time to fight. David saw determination in Anna's eyes. She wasn't just a mathematical genius, she was also a warrior. Anna, what will we do? We'll trap Michael. Using his own methods. Anna began recording Michael's phone conversations at night. A special hacking program recorded Michael's every digital move. David, look. Michael is making a big move tomorrow. Michael's meeting calendar appeared on the screen. Tomorrow at 2 p.m., emergency board meeting. Agenda: dismissal of David Miller. David was shocked. He's going to fire me? Yes, Michael convinced the board that your mental state endangers the casino. Anna opened another file. Also, Michael has started transferring the casino's main accounts to himself. This is embezzlement. David stood up. I need to stop this. David, calm down. Michael is in a strong position. Your credibility is low because the FBI is looking for you. Anna thought. But I have a plan. She examined the files from her MIT friend, Sarah, late into the night. The documents proving Dr. Johnson's academic theft were shocking. David, these files will ruin Dr. Johnson. David was horrified as he read them. How many students' lives has this man ruined? At least 6 people. All of them were talented female students. Anna explained her plan. At tomorrow's meeting, we'll expose the true faces of Michael and Dr. Johnson. How? We'll present the recorded conversations of Michael and Dr. Johnson discussing the fake documents. David became hopeful. Will this work? Anna was determined. David, this is our last chance. Either we defeat them tomorrow, or we lose everything. David kissed Anna. Anna, you're amazing. How can you be so strong? Because I'm no longer alone. You're fighting for me, and I'm fighting for you. Anna looked at her computer one last time. She had Michael's entire digital footprint. The big battle would begin tomorrow. On Tuesday morning, David and Anna returned to Las Vegas from the desert cabin. All the evidence she had collected was in her laptop bag. They had called the FBI and arranged to meet with Agent Davis. Anna, are you sure? This is very risky, David said in the car. David, we have no other choice. It's time to reveal the truth. At the FBI office, Agent Davis was waiting for them. Anna's fugitive status worried him. Ms. Thompson, you're a wanted federal fugitive. Why are you turning yourself in? Anna put her laptop on the table. Agent Davis, we're here to help you catch the real criminals. Agent Davis looked suspicious. Can you explain? Anna opened her computer. The phone recordings that Michael had made with Dr. Johnson appeared on the screen. Agent Davis, listen to these recordings. Michael's voice rose from the speaker. Richard, the plan is working perfectly. We completely destroyed Anna. Casino control is now with me. Dr. Johnson responded. Michael, we've been preparing this plan for 10 years. Anna had become too dangerous at MIT. We had to finish her off. Agent Davis was interested. How did you obtain these recordings? Anna hesitated. I recorded without permission. But they prove their crimes. Davis interjected. Agent Davis, Michael, and Dr. Johnson have been tracking Anna for 10 years. Anna opened another file. Look at these documents from MIT. Dr. Johnson stole research from 6 different students. Official MIT documents appeared on the screen. Each one showed that Dr. Johnson had published students' work under his own name. Are these documents from the MIT archives? Agent Davis asked. Yes, my friend Sarah Chun from MIT sent them. Dr. Johnson systematically targeted talented female students. Agent Davis examined the files. These are very serious accusations. What about the money matter at the casino? Anna opened the casino system records. Here are Michael's vault access records, Agent Davis. He stole that money and blamed me for it. Numbers and codes appeared on the screen. Anna explained Michael's actions using her knowledge of mathematics. After he stole $5 million, he created evidence to frame me. The $500,000 he hid in my locker was also his doing. Agent Davis examined the record. Will the court accept these technical analyses? David interjected. Agent Davis, check the casino's security cameras too. You can see Michael entering the vault at night. Anna opened another file. Agent Davis, I also have Michael's bank account activity. He transferred $5 million to his account in the Cayman Islands. Agent Davis was amazed. How did you obtain this information? I accessed Michael's computer remotely. I recorded all of his financial transactions. Agent Davis stood up. This evidence is very strong. We need to arrest Michael Harris and Dr. Johnson. Agent Davis came to the Golden Paradise Casino with his team. Michael was sitting in his office signing documents for David's dismissal. Michael Harris, you're under arrest, said Agent Davis. Michael was shocked. Under arrest for what? I haven't committed any crime. Embezzlement, fraud, and conspiracy. Michael started to panic. This is impossible. Anna Thompson is the criminal. Agent Davis took out the handcuff. Michael Harris, you have the right to remain silent. Meanwhile, the FBI Boston team arrested Dr. Johnson in his office at MIT. While searching the casino's main vault, they found Michael's secret safe. Most of the $5 million was inside. Agent Davis, the money is here, an FBI officer exclaimed. Anna and David were standing by the safe. Anna watched the money with tears in her eyes. David, the truth has finally come out. David hugged Anna. Anna, you're incredible. You solved this complex plan all by yourself. Agent Davis approached them. Ms. Thompson, all charges against you will be dropped. After we take Michael Harris's and Dr. Johnson's confessions, an official acquittal decision will be issued. Anna was relieved. Agent Davis, thank you. This nightmare is finally over. That evening, the arrest of Michael Harris and Dr. Richard Johnson made headlines on the news. Golden Paradise Casino owner David Miller's partner, Michael Harris, was arrested for stealing $5.5 million from the casino as part of a 10-year conspiracy. MIT professor Dr. Richard Johnson was also detained on academic fraud charges. David was watching the news with Anna. Anna, now we're free. No one can blame you. Anna squeezed David's hand. David, this is just the beginning. Now we can build our real life. David looked at Anna. Anna, you didn't just save my life. You gave my life meaning again. Anna smiled. Together, we can overcome anything. In the casino lobby, reporters wanted to interview David. Mr. Miller, how did you discover Michael Harris's betrayal? David approached the microphone. Thanks to Anna Thompson's courage and intelligence, the truth came out. She is a real hero. The reporter asked. How will your relationship with Anna Thompson continue? David looked at Anna. Anna Thompson will be the chief advisor of Golden Paradise. She will also be my life partner. Anna stood next to David. She no longer needed to hide. The truth had finally won. Anna Thompson was wrong twice in her life. Once at MIT by Dr. Johnson and again at the casino by Michael. But she didn't give up, and she finally proved herself right. Have there been moments in your life when you wished you hadn't given up? Share your thoughts about second chances. On Monday morning, the Las Vegas Review-Journal's headline read, Great Injustice to MIT Genius, Casino Theft Case Collapses. Anna was reading the newspaper while sipping her coffee. David sat next to her, looking at her. Anna, the media is apologizing. Isn't this great? Anna smiled. David, the most important thing is that the truth came out. The phone rang. When she answered, she heard the voice of Dr. Williams, head of the MIT Mathematics Department. Ms. Thompson, I want to talk to you. MIT admits that a great injustice was done to you. Anna was surprised. Hello, Dr. Williams. Anna, we officially apologize to you. What Dr. Johnson did was shameful. We want you back. Anna paused. Back? Yes, you can return to the doctoral program with a full scholarship. We're also offering you a research assistantship. Anna looked at David. Dr. Williams, this is a very kind offer, but think about it, Anna. MIT is the place for you. Anna took a deep breath. Thank you, Dr. Williams, but I'm going to have to refuse. You're refusing? Why? Because I have other plans now. I don't want to go back. After hanging up, David hugged Anna. Anna, are you sure? MIT is very prestigious. David, MIT is my past. Now, I want to build a new future with you. That afternoon, David called a board meeting at his casino. Anna was there too. Friends, I want to officially thank Anna Thompson. Without her, we would have lost our casino. The board members applauded Anna. David stood up. I have an offer for Anna. Anna looked curiously at him. Anna Thompson, would you like to be an equal partner in Golden Paradise Casino? Anna was shocked. Equal partner? Yes, a 50% shareholder. We'll manage the casino together. Anna nodded, tears in her eyes. David, I accept. A storm of applause broke out in the meeting room. That evening at the Miller mansion, David talked to his family. Margaret and Robert Miller listened to their son in the living room. Mom, Dad, I'm planning to marry Anna. Margaret sighed. David, that woman has turned your life upside down. No, Mom. She saved my life, David said. Robert interjected. David, the media apologized, but what, Dad? Anna was proven innocent. Thanks to her, the real criminals were caught. Margaret looked at David. What about the class difference? Anna isn't on our level. David stood up. Mom, Anna has MIT-level intelligence. She's a partner of the casino. She's more valuable than I am. Robert thought. David, if you've really made your decision. I have, Dad. Margaret smiled reluctantly. Then we accept Anna as part of the family. David was relieved. Thank you. You'll love her when you get to know her. That night, David and Anna looked at the city from the casino terrace. Las Vegas sparkled under the lights. Anna, are you sad that you turned down MIT? Anna shook her head. No, David. MIT is my past. You are my future. David kissed her. Together, we'll make the casino much bigger. David, I have a dream. What kind of dream? Anna smiled. I want to establish a mathematics research center at the casino. We can discover young talent and give them opportunities. David got excited. This is a great idea. The Anna Thompson Mathematics Research Center. No, Anna said. It's the Miller Thompson Research Center. Now we're a team. David hugged Anna. Anna, you're wonderful. Anna looked into David's eyes. David, we know that after the darkest night comes the brightest morning. As the lights of Las Vegas illuminated them, Anna and David looked to the future with hope. Justice had prevailed, and a new life was beginning. 6 months later, a special event was being prepared in the main hall of the Golden Paradise Casino. David Miller had planned a big surprise. Giant mathematical equations hung from the casino ceiling. There was Einstein's relativity formula, the Fibonacci sequence, and golden ratio calculations. All of the mathematical formulas that Anna loved were decorating the casino. When Anna entered the hall, she was taken aback. David, what is this? Anna, this is where we first met. I wanted to start over here. David stood in the center of the casino. Huge heart-shaped mathematical equations covered the floor. Anna Thompson, I've loved numbers all my life, but you taught me that the heart is stronger than mathematics. Anna's eyes filled with tears. David knelt down. Anna, will you marry me? When he opened the ring box, a specially designed diamond ring was inside. The stones on the ring were shaped like an infinity symbol. Anna nodded while crying. Yes, David. Of course. Everyone in the casino applauded. Even Margaret and Robert Miller smiled. 3 months later, the biggest wedding in Las Vegas took place. A magnificent ceremony for 300 guests was held in the gardens of the Bellagio Hotel. Anna wore a white princess wedding dress and walked arm in arm with David. Among the guests were MIT friends, casino employees, and Las Vegas socialites. Anna and David's union shows us that true love overcomes every obstacle, said the officiant. During the ring exchange, Anna whispered to David, You are my most beautiful equation. David replied, And you are my solution. When they kissed, fireworks lit up the sky. At the wedding reception, David gave a speech. Friends, Anna is not only the love of my life, she is also my business partner. Together, we will take Golden Paradise to a new level. Anna took the microphone. Thank you. David and I are combining the casino with an educational center. Young mathematicians will learn and have fun here. Amidst applause, Anna added, mathematics is not just numbers, it is life itself. 1 year later, Anna walked through the new section of Golden Paradise, stroking her pregnant belly. Half of the casino had become the Miller-Thompson Mathematics Education Center. While young students learned mathematics there, tourists had fun in the other half. David came to her side. Anna, what did the doctor say? Twins, David. We're having twin babies. David lifted Anna into the air. This is wonderful. Our little mathematicians are on their way. Anna laughed. What if they're gamblers? Then we'll love them both, David said. Behind the windows, Las Vegas sparkled in the sunset. The voices of children taking math lessons in the casino could be heard. Standing in David's arms, Anna looked at the writing on the wall. True love is the solution to even the most complex equation. Anna and David Miller. David, you know, Anna said. Mathematics taught us that every problem has a solution. David kissed Anna's forehead. And our solution is love. Anna stroked her belly. Soon, we'll have our own little solutions, too. Under the Las Vegas lights, the old Golden Paradise had been replaced by a magnificent center where love and science met. Anna Thompson and David Miller's story had ended, and a new generation's love of mathematics had begun.